rent. You don't own shit. I own all this property.
Alright, turn around, put your hands behind your back.
Whoa, 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 what's going on?
On June 22nd, 2024, law enforcement officers responded to a residential neighborhood to address a dispute that began with verbal arguments but rapidly escalated into allegations of significant property damage and a physical arrest. The footage from this incident provides a stark example of how quickly a civil disagreement between neighbors can cross the threshold into criminal liability, carrying consequences that last far longer than the initial argument. The purpose of this analysis is not to recount the events you have already viewed, but to dissect the legal mechanics at play, examining how police officers determine who goes to jail when stories conflict, and why specific behavioral choices made during these encounters can dismantle a legal defense before a lawyer is even hired.
Hello. You having issues with your neighbor?
Yeah, what make it so bad, I'm a little pissed off. Because he went over there starting with them first, and the police came. Nobody came over here, knocked on this door.
Was
Nobody
that the one
asked
earlier?
anything. And 5 minutes later, he back here busting out windows. Now, mind you, we don't know from me to them. We all don't know what his problem is. He just came out acting crazy. He threatened her. She called the police. They came. They talked to her for 5 seconds and pulled off. 10 minutes later, as we're standing there, there he is right there, and we heard smash. He smashed 2 windows.
Okay. How did that one get smashed?
You gotta ask him. Something
Okay.
wrong with the dude right now. You don't know. Like everybody be in the house. I'm just so confused at how this is the first time and ain't nobody do nothing. Gave me the opportunity to smash windows. Oh, now I'm serious? What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? Now I'm serious. What's wrong? It's just here. Across the street, not that uncle. And 10 minutes later, he's back here busting windows. Now, mind you, when they came, they never came and knocked on the man's door. They never came and talked to him. They left in literally 5 minutes, and 10 minutes later, he's out here busting out windows. That kind of thing.
No reason. And they was the one that seen him do.
Yeah, they said it. They like he went back to his house.
Because he did nothing illegal. Because he did nothing illegal when we were out here.
What was it that happened?
So he was yelling at them, went over to like the sidewalk and was like spitting and just like throwing racial slurs at them. Okay, like if he comes out, oh, there was a car here, like a sedan. He said he's not here. Oh.
All right, 1 minute. I don't see. Can you take a look at their house? They're saying that they have busted windows. I didn't see it.
They said a car.
Oh, I thought it was house.
What car was he busting out? Oh, this SUV? Whose car is that?
The people that's on this porch.
Okay.
That's the problem is.
Oh, and that one.
We don't even deal with each other. And look, right here.
I know he's not opening the door.
550-945 on a black GMC SUV.
Hello.
Gentlemen.
What's going on?
So, I just got home.
But do you want to talk? Do you want to talk inside so that you don't have to hear everything that's going on?
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Okay.
So-
what's going on?
So, I just got home. The guy on the left has a 9mm. He had rubber gloves on, had a silencer on it. You can see the bullet hole through there. I don't know what's going on. This also...
Okay, can you show me inside? Because if there's a bullet hole, then I need to see that.
I don't...
Oh, yeah, everybody press charges.
Yeah, I'm pressing charges too.
Oh, what?
Read a book, you...
You got some...
Read a book. Why are you pulling guns
Can you
out?
show
Why are you
me-
violence?
Can you show me where this bullet hole is?
I don't think I want you in my house. I
Okay,
don't trust local
then-
police officers.
Then you can't say that your house got shot if I only have that. What's going on?
There's a hole in the window.
There's a hole in the window. It's not a bullet hole.
Let me double check before you...
I have to see the actual end.
You have no permission to enter my house.
Okay. All right. Well.
Whose zero emission car is it? That's yours? Okay.
And the house is
The GMC?
Yes, that's
Okay.
right.
But then this, I think it's a Nissan? This Nissan's hers
Yeah,
or?
that's hers.
Okay.
Me and my husband wasn't even here.
Okay.
The woman right
So
there.
what happened today?
With the sports bra.
What happened today?
I just got home in my house and my window busted out. I came outside to see what was going on, and they pulled a pistol on me in my driveway. This is private property. All of this, these cars, there was 3 cars there. They're not supposed to be on my property.
What broke your window?
So that's what it is.
Can I look or no?
I don't think there's a bullet hole. I don't
Okay,
know.
but what broke your window? Because if it came from outside, it'd be inside your house.
I don't know.
So can I look?
You can enter the foyer, no other room.
Okay.
Sorry. I'm going to put a restraining order on everyone in that household as well. I don't feel safe. So, and I'm not doing protective custody or anything like that because, no.
Okay, so assuming that rock is not normally inside?
No, it's not.
Okay, so they threw a rock through your window.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have cameras out here?
I do not.
He watched them, left the windows out.
I'm getting ready to go get the guy.
What's that?
Actually, watch. I'm getting ready to go get the neighbor.
Is he up here?
Yes, he lives.
Okay.
He's seen you do it.
Okay.
Which is weird, because we have no problem with this man. I don't understand what the point of that was.
I need all these vehicles off my premises.
Then you asked! You don't go busting windows! What the hell wrong with
Why are you irate? You seem like you need mental health assistance. You okay?
you? Know
You need mental health assistance.
Okay. Just ignore him. Just ignore him.
I'm a black man.
Oh, that sucks. That sucks. Black Lives Matter, man.
I get that.
Yep. Black Panthers too, right, buddy?
I get you. It's rightfully so. Rightfully so.
You need mental help, bro.
I just don't want anything to escalate from here. Is all I'm saying. Okay.
It's not.
You need mental
I got you.
They was called over there first.
Yeah.
He started with them, just out the blue, went over there throwing racial slurs at them.
Has he been an issue before?
No!
Okay.
He come over here from time to time. He sat on the porch with us. We just fed him a couple of days ago. That's why we have no understanding where the hell that came from.
Why take it and come downstairs
Like,
and tell him
there's
everything
no
they
problem.
say?
People are angry and irate.
Why take it and come
What am I supposed to do?
People are allowed to be angry and irate. They're on their own property. They're allowed to be. Give me 1 minute.
All you gotta do is ask. You don't bust windows out.
Nope, you failed. You guys big lose.
Our landlord had told him. He asked him if it was okay if our cars parked.
I never spoke to your landlord. Nope, never spoke to your landlord. Nope. I want a restraining order on all of these people immediately.
We don't do restraining orders.
Do you guys know what your property line is by chance? I know obviously the driveway up to a certain point.
Yeah,
But
listen, to be honest with you, I would say from where the line ends, right here.
yeah, that would be my guess for it.
So, even though the car is on her property, he could have came and knocked on the door.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Like, really, sir? There was no reason. The brick is still there. There was no reason for him, because this car is not even on his
Do
property.
you know what happened to his window? Because there's a rock inside.
Me and my husband wasn't even here. My kids, we went to go stay the night with our kids last night.
You're still confused
He came back busting
what?
windows.
about his behavior?
No, so we're just trying to get everything situated
All
before
facts, huh?
Exactly. So we're just trying to get like everything before we do any action at this point.
Okay.
So like I'm trying to gather information from everyone. Like I got pictures of all the cars and stuff.
So this is more investigative period?
Right now, yes.
Okay.
How did the bricks end up on?
Mental health, thanks, sir. Thank you very much.
How did their windows end up getting broken?
I have no idea. That's what I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
First window's broken out.
Yeah, there's a lot of windows broken out.
I got some taco I can't take.
Okay. What's your first?
All right.
I'm in my own house, in my own walls.
You pay rent. You don't own shit. I own all this property. Oh, where's rubber gloves, boy? Losers. Fucking gang member losers. Look at my game. Look at my game.
Your game, man.
Now you're all crazy. I'm not even German, you read a book. That's a hard auger, buddy. Expensive, isn't it? Really rude.
What? Give me city? Oh my God, medical? Oh, here? Oh my God.
says Black Lives Matter. Go riot real quick. Go riot about it. Go riot real quick. Go be a loser in history again.
He's a racist.
It's not right. That's a fact. It's a domestic terrorist organization. Why are you guys slamming shit around?
You kidnapped girls. Fact. That's a fact.
You're a bitch now.
Still.
Not worth my time, man.
So all black
Don't be angry, man.
So all black people got a right.
Don't be angry, man.
You don't want to be recorded.
He's a public servant. It's his job.
You're passive recorded.
Yes. You're a public servant.
I'm recording everything, dude.
Exactly. Exactly.
He's on his own property.
Okay. I'm history, boy.
You're a peon.
He's ignorant, though, so
Yeah. Oh yeah. This guy says I'm ignorant now.
can't fix ignorance.
You're a
Maggots.
maggot.
Oh, real
You're a
powerful.
maggot, motherfucker.
Cool, fat boy. Nice gag. Nice tattoo you got there. Let me get a cigarette, you cancer.
Cancer. Teabag, baby. Baby.
You look like a big old piece of shit right now.
You are. Smart and fat too, dude. You gonna be a
Alright, man, go make your point. Go stick up for your gang members.
all the gang members, all the gloves, all the folk, all the vice lords, gang, you know all that stuff. Yeah, all that shit, baby. So all black people are gang members? Yes, they are.
Obviously not. There's some really good people who can read books. Look, here's a nice black man doing his job.
He wear blue.
I thought you felt that way about us until you busted windows. We never
I
had
never busted a window. Why is my window busted out and cars on my property that... No, I never busted a window. I just got home. No, you're a loser. The cops know it. All they have to do is look at you and go, oh, you're a bunch of losers. No, because you're f***ing lowlights. Where's your rubber plastic gloves and your 9mm now?
The man that makes $1,200 a week wins CDLs. Take your kids pay bills. Ain't that crazy?
Pay child support, boys.
I'm a loser.
We just talked on
Yeah,
being cool. And I understand
that's all live on the internet, man.
you
All live on the internet.
mentally wrong.
That's the problem. That right there says he just hit the
Yo, let you go, bitch.
like bullshit.
Yeah, he got quiet. My electric thing on.
Gentlemen, these vehicles need to be off my property, sir. The vehicles need to be removed off my property immediately. Trespassing.
Yeah, you hear him? Right? He's been doing this all day. He started and brought it this way.
Yeah.
Earlier.
Okay,
Keep
so
paying rent.
And that's why I'm so pissed because they called the police first
I understand. So just
and nobody did anything.
listen to me. So when we came over here, we did come at the time, and he didn't enter the property. He's allowed to say what he wants. We don't have proof of him doing anything or saying anything. So that's why we didn't come over here and knock on the door.
And then like 10 minutes later, he busted out windows.
I'm sorry he did all that.
And we ain't had shit to do with it.
But even if we came over here and talked to him, he could have been like, we didn't say, I didn't go over there. I didn't
It
say
could have. I feel like maybe it could have prevented the window busting. Is what I'm thinking. You know,
That's $300, $400 for the truck.
because
That he got to pay for.
I understand.
maybe if he got a talking to or something, I don't care.
Because I want for
Just acknowledge the fact that his behavior is not okay. I felt like this could have went different.
I know.
And he have no reason to do that. Like I said, you come to this person with us quite often. If you wanted the shit moved out your driveway, then knock on the door and say that. You don't bust out windows.
You busted out the window ain't even
And
on the
then you
property.
bust out a window that wasn't even on the property.
you gonna go to his claim me and these motherfuckers.
So what we supposed to do? So we gotta figure out where to put our cars in case he decide to bust out some more windows.
I love good black people, not low life.
Don't even entertain him. He's just trying to piss y'all off. Mental people need that attention. They need that attention. Don't even give him the satisfaction. Don't even give him the satisfaction.
I'm just trying to get a reaction out of you.
Yeah, he just want a reaction.
You don't even got a f***ing job. How you gonna say who got a career? You ain't got no job.
Like he came over here several times and said, yeah, we done sat on
He
Fort
does.
He
He does.
Fatty.
He does.
We did everything, you know what I'm saying? Thinking we cool. Like, I have no understanding why you couldn't knock on the door if you had a problem. And then, how is that justifying you knocking out a window that ain't even on your property?
Yeah. And we wasn't even here.
They weren't even
We
here.
wasn't even here. My husband's car been parked up back there for days. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's not even on his property.
Right, so therefore I pressed charges. I want to press charges.
Yes, but I'm not even pressing charges.
Yeah.
My son was here, and they seen him do it too.
Since neither neighbor had exterior cameras on their property, they spoke with multiple uninvolved neighbors to gather witness statements about the incident.
Hello. Hate that I already come back for this. Did you guys see what went on over there?
Yeah.
Okay. What'd you see over?
They just walk over to knock on the door because the two lady came to ask me, what was that? Because they were in the house. And I was like, I don't know. All of a sudden, I'm sitting right there. My nephews and nieces here, and all of a sudden throw out the racial slur and then cause, Chinese go back to China. Mind you, we're not Chinese, we're Vietnamese. And I was like, you know what? And then he called me all this, and of course I got the F-bomb back at him. And so when you guys came and everything, you guys left, the two lady came over because when he turned around, he told a 16-year-old in that house too to shut up YouTube, the B words. And so they came out and he was already inside the house. So when the ladies come and talk to me and told them the whole thing, and she was like, yeah, because I heard him was cussing. And she was like, I know he ain't talking about us. I'm like, I don't know. He was to us, and probably to one of your kids over there too. And so she came over, she knocked on the door, she said, hey, that's not good and all that. We saw all that, but he didn't come out. And so went around the house, their house, and they came back there and said, oh no, he smashed the windows of my sister and my brother's car. I'm like, why did he do that? I said, I don't know. And so she called her brother to come, and her brother came and knocked on the door, and he didn't even come out or anything. And I guess, I don't know who called you guys after this, either him or them. I'm not sure. And then now all the slow.
Did you see him break windows or anything?
Oh no, we saw him come out from the back when we hear like two big thuds, and when they went to check us broken.
So you saw him come out and then you heard the big?
Yeah, I saw him come out, and then while I was talking to the ladies here, and then that's when the lady was like, I think he came out, and then he went back and see what the door.
Okay, so you saw him come out of the house, heard the two
The
loud,
back door.
and then you saw him go back inside? Okay. Okay.
I don't hear it playing, but I'm not sure.
Okay. Okay.
Hey, he's gonna be a 13 if you want to make your way over there. Okay. Let me give you the report number. Okay. Alright, turn around, put your hands behind your back.
Whoa, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Hold on, what's going on? What's going on? Don't, hey, you're in my house. You didn't have a warrant. Why are you in my house? Stop! Why are you in my house?
Put him against the wall.
No, don't hurt me, man. You're anything. What are you guys doing? Why are you arrested? Stop! Why are you?
You are under arrest. Stop fighting him.
You're under arrest.
I'm not doing anything. You're gonna get tased. I didn't do anything. Why
Put your hands behind your back.
Give me your
Why
right
am
arm.
I under arrest? No, I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. Why are you guys doing this? No, what are you doing?
Give me your right arm.
No, I didn't do anything. What are you guys doing?
Cannot get this.
What are you doing?
You got this one.
What are you
Oh,
doing?
you want to give me yours?
Yeah,
What are
we're
you
trying to
doing?
get this one.
What are
Casey,
you guys doing? You're in my house. You don't have a warrant. Get off of me. This is illegal. This isn't illegal. What are you doing? I didn't do anything.
There you go.
I didn't do anything. Why are you guys doing this? I didn't do anything.
I'm gonna get tased.
I didn't do anything.
Here's another.
31, key starts another one.
I already got it.
Give me your left arm right
What
now.
are you guys doing? Why are you guys right? Ow,
Give me your other arm.
I'm on.
Give us your arm.
Give me your
I
arm.
can't move.
Give me your left arm.
I can't move.
You're about to get tased.
I can't move. Is this protective custody? What's going on?
You're under arrest.
Oh, hey, easy on the handcuffs, man.
Well, if you
Easy.
listen.
Easy. Easy, fellas.
All right, inside.
Leave my phone here on my property.
Stand up.
Protective custody, huh?
Neighbor disputes represent a unique and often perilous category of police work. Unlike a robbery or a traffic stop where the parties involved are often strangers with no prior relationship, neighbor conflicts are defined by proximity and history. When officers arrive at a scene like this, they are almost never walking into the beginning of a problem. They are walking into the middle of a saga that has likely been festering for months or even years. From a legal standpoint, this history matters because it establishes a baseline for intent. Officers are trained to look past the immediate shouting to determine the primary aggressor. They are operating under a framework that seeks to distinguish between mutual combatants, where both parties are equally at fault, and a scenario where one individual has escalated the conflict beyond legal bounds. One of the first things officers assess in these volatile situations is credibility. In the absence of 4K video covering every angle of an incident, the police must rely on the consistency and plausibility of the statements provided to them. We see a profound tactical error committed by the suspect early in the interaction, one that defense attorneys often struggle to overcome in court. This is the strategy of escalation through deflection. When faced with an accusation of property damage, a rational, innocent actor typically focuses on denying the specific act or providing an alibi. However, in this instance, the suspect chooses to counter-accuse the neighbors of outlandish and easily verifiable crimes, alleging the presence of silencers, gang affiliations, and bullet holes. From an investigatory perspective, this creates a credibility trap. When a suspect claims there is a bullet hole in their window, and an officer examines that window only to find it intact or clearly damaged by something else, the suspect's reliability evaporates. In legal terms, this touches on the concept of falsus in uno, falsus in omnibus, false in one thing, false in everything. While this is a jury instruction in some jurisdictions, it is a practical heuristic for police officers on the street. If a suspect lies about a silencer or a gunshot to try and get the police to target the other party, the officer is legally justified in viewing their denial of the broken car window with extreme skepticism. The suspect effectively hands the officers the justification to disbelieve everything else he says. This brings us to the crucial role of verbal escalation and racial language. It is a common misconception that speech is always protected, or conversely, that hate speech is always a standalone crime. The reality sits in a nuanced middle ground that is dangerous for a defendant. The use of racial slurs on one's own property, while socially abhorrent, is often protected by the First Amendment unless it crosses into fighting words or direct threats of violence. However, in a criminal mischief investigation, this language becomes evidence of mens rea, or the guilty mind. To prove criminal mischief or vandalism, the state usually must prove that the damage was done knowingly or maliciously, rather than accidentally. If a neighbor claims, "I tripped and fell into the car window," that is a civil tort, not a crime. But when that same neighbor has been documented screaming racial epithets and demonstrating targeted rage toward the vehicle owner, the accident defense becomes laughable. The racial language serves as the bridge between the act, the broken window, and the intent, malice. Prosecutors love this kind of evidence because it removes ambiguity. It transforms a property dispute into a hate-motivated act, which in many jurisdictions can serve as a sentencing enhancement or a hate crime elevator, turning misdemeanors into felonies depending on the state statutes. We must also address the no video myth that pervades modern society. There is a widespread belief among civilians that if a crime was not captured on CCTV or a Ring doorbell, the police can't do anything. This is legally false. Testimony is evidence. In the eyes of the court, the sworn statement of a witness who says, "I saw him do it," is direct evidence, legally equivalent in weight to video footage, provided the jury believes the witness. In this case, the officers do not rely solely on the victim's word. They engage in a critical step of the investigation, seeking corroboration. By interviewing the uninvolved neighbor, someone who has no stake in the feud, they establish independent probable cause. When a neutral third party confirms the timeline, seeing the suspect exit, hearing the smash, and seeing the suspect retreat, that testimony locks the case down. This is the concept of the totality of the circumstances. The police do not need one perfect piece of evidence. They build a wall of facts where each brick supports the others. The broken glass, the victim's immediate report, the suspect's aggressive demeanor, and the independent witness all converge to meet the standard of probable cause. At what point does venting stop being a coping mechanism and start being a confession? It is worth considering how silence might have changed this trajectory. If the suspect had remained inside, refused to answer the door, or simply stated, "I didn't do it," and ended the conversation, the officers would have had a much harder time developing the immediate confidence required for an arrest. They might have still forwarded the case to a detective, but the immediate deprivation of liberty often hinges on the suspect's own behavior confirming the officer's suspicions. The transition from investigation to arrest highlights complex Fourth Amendment issues regarding the sanctity of the home. The Supreme Court case Payton v. New York established that generally, police strictly require a warrant to enter a home to make a felony arrest, absent exigent circumstances. However, the doorway of a home is a legal gray area that has been litigated heavily, most notably in United States v. Santana, when a suspect stands in an open doorway, exposing themselves to public view and public scrutiny. Many courts have held that they have surrendered the reasonable expectation of privacy that Payton protects. Furthermore, the doctrine of hot pursuit or immediate exigency can apply if the officers believe the suspect is attempting to flee or retreat to destroy evidence or arm themselves, though this is a high bar for a property crime. In this scenario, the officers likely rely on the public place exception combined with the suspect's active resistance. Once the decision to arrest is made and communicated, a suspect cannot defeat that arrest simply by retreating further into the private residence. If they could, every arrest warrant could be thwarted by taking one step backward. The officer's entry into the threshold to secure the suspect is a calculation that the immediate need to effect the arrest outweighs the intrusion, particularly given the suspect's volatile behavior and the distinct possibility of the conflict reigniting if they leave. Let's look deeper at the property damage itself. In criminal law, the value of the damage often dictates the severity of the charge. Criminal mischief can range from a summary offense to a felony. When a suspect smashes multiple car windows, they are not just committing vandalism. They are accruing a dollar amount in damages that can rapidly cross the threshold into felony territory. Prosecutors will aggregate these amounts. 2 windshields might cost $1,000 to replace, which in many states is the line between a ticket and a prison sentence. The officers on the scene are acutely aware of this math. They aren't just writing a report for insurance. They are documenting a felony-level financial injury to the victims. The behavior of the suspect during the arrest adds another layer of criminal liability: resisting arrest or obstruction. It is vital to understand that the legality of an arrest and the charge of resisting arrest are often independent. Even if a court later determines the initial arrest was unlawful, which is rare if probable cause existed, many jurisdictions still criminalize physical resistance. You cannot fight the legality of an arrest on the front porch. That battle is fought in the courtroom. By physically tensing, pulling away, or retreating, the suspect hands the officers a cover charge. Even if the vandalism charge were to theoretically fall apart due to lack of evidence, the resisting charge is captured in high definition on Bodycam and creates a standalone criminal record. From a defense attorney's perspective, this video represents a nightmare scenario. A defense lawyer's job is to create reasonable doubt. That becomes nearly impossible when the client has spent 10 minutes on camera making demonstrably false claims about silencers and domestic terrorism while displaying unhinged aggression. A prosecutor will play this footage for a jury and ask a simple question. Is this the behavior of an innocent man confused by an accusation, or the behavior of a guilty man trying to bully his way out of consequences? The suspect's demeanor essentially acts as a character witness against himself. We must also consider the role of officer discretion. Police have immense leeway in how they handle neighbor disputes. In many he said, she said scenarios involving minor property damage, officers will simply write a report and advise the parties to seek a civil magistrate warrant. This is the mediation mode. The shift to enforcement mode, where handcuffs come out, is usually triggered by the continuing threat. Officers are legally charged with keeping the peace. If they believe that leaving the scene will result in immediate further violence or damage because the suspect is out of control, they are duty-bound to act. The arrest here acts as a mechanism of incapacitation. They are removing the catalyst of the disorder to prevent the dispute from escalating into an assault or a shooting later that night. The independent witness testimony cannot be overstated. In legal analysis, we look for corroboration. The victims have a bias, the suspect has a bias. The neighbor across the street, who just wants to watch TV in peace, has no motive to lie. When that neighbor aligns with the victims, the legal standard of probable cause, which requires only a fair probability that the suspect committed the crime, is easily surpassed. Defense counsel can try to impeach the victims, but impeaching the neutral neighbor is a much steeper hill to climb. Furthermore, the specific accusation of gang stalking or organized harassment used by the suspect is a recognized pattern in forensic psychology and legal assessments. While officers are not psychologists, they recognize that individuals making these specific types of paranoid claims are often unpredictable. This assessment feeds into the officer safety doctrine, justifying a more assertive physical control of the suspect during the arrest. Legally, the officer's perception of danger, fueled by the suspect's talk of weaponry and conspiracies, validates the speed and force used to secure the handcuffs. The turning point in this entire interaction was not when the windows were broken, but when the suspect opened his mouth to the police. Had he exercised his Fifth Amendment right to silence, or politely provided an identification and declined to answer questions, the officers would have been left with a much colder case. They would have had the witness statements, yes, but they would lack the video evidence of the suspect's volatility and his lies about the bullet holes. By engaging, he provided the context that made the witness statements make sense. He confirmed he was the type of person who would smash a window in a rage. As we analyze the conclusion of this event, it is clear that the arrest became inevitable the moment the officers confirmed the physical damage and linked it to the suspect's motive through his own behavior. The practical lesson here is about the distinct separation between civil grievances and criminal acts. You can hate your neighbor. You can argue with your neighbor. You can even hold detestable views about your neighbor. But the moment you cross the physical boundary of their property, whether with your body or a brick, you surrender your status as a homeowner and become a defendant. Ultimately, the legal system views property damage as a breach of the social contract that requires state intervention. The officers here didn't arrest the man because he was angry. They arrested him because his anger manifested in a way that had a price tag. The transition from a homeowner standing on his porch to a suspect in the back of a squad car serves as a vivid reminder that in the eyes of the law, credibility is a currency, and once you spend it all on obvious lies and aggression, you have nothing left to buy your freedom when the handcuffs come out.